My. Commenting on the Bible reading for today from Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 29 and into 30 in regards to the children of Israel. And we're reading from the Reese Chronological Bible. And in the year of 1423 BC, we're continuing in that same year as Moses is about to die. The children of Israel are about to cross the Jordan. And Moses is reminding, the book of Deuteronomy is a reminder. Deuto can mean second. It's like it's the second giving of the law, as Moses is reiterating to these younger people that are may not have been alive that 40 years earlier, some of them, or were just children, not yet 20 at that time. And the blessings and the cursings, and just amazing what the anger of God that turned against them in a curse. When you don't follow after God, you become the enemy of God, and he comes after you. And he said, and it was, he said in verse 63 of chapter 28, and it shall come to pass that as Yahweh rejoiced over you to do good and to multiply you, because you've turned away from following him, from obeying his commandments and loving him with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. He said that Yahweh will rejoice over you to destroy you. I want him to rejoice over blessing. I want to be in a place where I can be blessed of God. Verse 4 of chapter 29, he says, you've seen all these great things that happened in Egypt, and yet Yahweh hath not given you an heart to perceive, and eyes to see, and ears to hear unto this day. And so my prayer, this is a phrase that's repeated in various passages. I know in Isaiah chapter 6, I think it's about verse 10, where he says, repeats basically these words. And that's why Jesus said he spoke in parables in New Testament, because he said, not everybody's given the heart to hear this. Not everybody's given the heart to perceive this. Not everybody's given the eyes to see it. And not everybody's given the ears to hear it. And he told his disciples, blessed are ye, for you hear and you understand, you see and you understand. It's given to you to know. And so somehow, God, give us the heart. Put it in our heart. Let it be our prayer to seek after you with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength, that I can be what you want me to be, God, that I can be someone that you choose to bless. I want to be somebody that you rejoice over, God, that my relationship with you is such that I'm following close to you and seeking to obey your word and to be everything you desire me to be. Help me to be that, God, so that you can be blessing me, so that you can rejoice over me and my rejoicing over you and your blessings and your goodness to me. And so very critical for us to have the heart. God put it in our heart, and that we will stand with you. This is amazing. We have seen some of these prophecies in these chapters come to pass, maybe not in my lifetime, but just prior to, and it's happening still today, that the turning again to Israel. It was 70 years ago, in 2018, on May the 14th, when Donald Trump declared Jerusalem to be the capital of Israel. And for the first time in almost 2,000 years, Israel was viewed by a nation, a fellow nation of the world, as the capital of Israel. God turning again, God restoring. In 1948, on May the 14th, they became a nation. The United Nations observed them. A nation born in a day, just like Isaiah said, shall a nation be born. And so some of these things are prophetically occurring, and the Jews have been returning to Israel ever since 1948. And there's some amazing statistics on how there was a time there was more Jews in New York, there was more Jews in America. But I believe today that is not the case. There's now more Jews. And it's certainly, if it is, it's moving in a direction to where it's getting closer and closer to equal. And every Jew, in fact, when they keep the Passover, at the end of the Passover, they say, next year, Jerusalem. And so let there be a desire in our heart to be in the place where God has placed his name, to be in the place where God can bless, to be in the place where God is moving and working. Wherever that is, I want to be there. And it doesn't have to be Jerusalem. I believe that where we are, he's not far from any one of us, Paul said on Mars Hill, that we'll feel after him. Happily, we can find him. And I pray that if you haven't found a relationship with Jesus Christ, if you haven't found a relationship with the God of this book, that he will move on your heart as you hunger for him and desire him. If you have a heart that says, God, I want to know you. I want to understand you. I want to understand your word. Let your spirit lead and guide me in your truth so that I can know you and I can share what you are doing. I want to share in that. I want to be part of your increase of your government and peace. I don't fully know what that means in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 7, where it speaks of the increase of his government and peace. There shall be no end. I just know I want to be a part of it somehow, some way. I want to be a part of his kingdom. I want to live for him. I want my life to give glory to him. I don't want him ever to say, I'm going to have to curse Randall Hughes. Cursings upon his family, cursings upon his work of his hands, cursing upon his offspring. I never want that to be the case. I always want it to be the blessings of God, the favor of God, and me rejoicing in him and him rejoicing in me and his goodness and him blessing the fruit of my body, the fruit of my hands, the work of my hands. And so that's how it should be. That's how it can be. It's just a matter of what your heart is seeking after. Are you seeking after the things of this world, or are you seeking the God of this that created the world? To know the one that created you, that made you fearfully and wonderfully made. And so I want to know him. I want you to know him. I want to share what I feel like he has shared with me. And somehow I want to share that with others, and for others to know the awesome, incredible God of this book, to know him. Not just know a name, say, oh, Jesus is a name. I've heard of him. Yeah. No. That you will be in a relationship with him. That there will be a desire in your heart to spend time. I felt some condemnation today. As I was thinking of, sometimes this week has been a crazy week for me. There's a lot of different things happening. My normal work, normal church, different things. With my family, different things. I had an uncle pass away. There's other things that have just been going on, and it's been a busy week. And I felt like that maybe there's times that I've done this more. This is a commitment that I've made. I'm still going to church. I'm still reading my Bible. I'm still doing things. And this is a part of what I'm wanting to do and I'm wanting to share. And yet I'm wanting to make sure that I'm not just rushing through it. I want it to be, I'm spending time with God. And I want to share it with somebody. I want somebody to know him like I know him, to feel what I feel right now, that it could be something that you're feeling and you're knowing and you're saying, I can touch him. I can reach out to him and I can know the God that created me, and I can know that he knows me by name, and he loved me and he died for me. He shed his blood for me and he wants to save me. And so I have videos. I hope you'll check out What Must I Do to Be Saved. If you've not been saved, there's other videos I have that I've tried to put together, and I'm going to be putting more together as we go forward, if the Lord allows, to share this great truth, this great gospel from this great God that gave us this incredible book that we have the privilege to read. And we're seeing, like I said, the prophecies that are spoken of today, the blessing and the cursing. We saw the cursing. You look at history and you can see the cursing. Going back to 70 AD, where they were scattered and they were destroyed. Israel, Jerusalem destroyed by Titus. And now we see them as a nation, and they're coming back powerful. God is blessing. And so I want to be in the blessings of God. I pray that you are blessed. I pray that you are in relationship with God, that you will find a place of salvation, that you will be filled with his Spirit, that you'll be washed in his blood, in his name, in the name of Jesus. And you can have that forgiveness of sin, and you can walk in a life that's pleasing to him. Jesus bless you in his great name.